These are the 7 levels of zombie TV shows. Some zombie shows are so bad they make you wish the undead would just bite the writers instead. Others are masterpieces that redefine what horror television can be. Let me break down every tier from absolute garbage to timeless classics. Level 1 is trash shows. These are the bottom feeders of the genre. The shows that tried to cash in on zombie popularity but face-planted harder than a walker off a bridge. Reality Z sits at the top of this trash heap with a brutal 17% on Rotten Tomatoes. This Brazilian remake of Dead Set takes the clever British satire about reality TV contestants trapped during an outbreak and somehow drains all the fun out of it. Where Dead Set used the Big Brother house setting to explore fame culture and survival instincts, Reality Z just throws bodies at the screen, hoping you do not notice the terrible pacing. The characters make decisions so stupid that you actively root for the zombies. The cultural tweaks that were supposed to add local Brazilian flavor just feel like bad jokes that miss the mark. The whole thing feels like someone watched Dead Set once, forgot most of it, and then tried to recreate it from memory while drunk. Resident Evil from 2022 is another disaster with a 26% rating. This Netflix series had everything going for it. A massive fan base from the games, decades of lore to pull from, and a budget that could have made something special. Instead, we got 2 timelines that make no sense, characters nobody cares about, and zombies that feel like an afterthought in their own show. These trash shows teach us what not to do. Level 2 is basic shows. These shows are not offensively bad. They are just forgettable. You might watch them once when you are desperate for zombie content, but you will struggle to remember plot details a week later. Freakish ran for 2 seasons on Hulu and perfectly embodies mediocre zombie TV. The premise puts high school students trapped in their school after a chemical plant explosion turns everyone outside into mutated freaks. It is essentially Breakfast Club meets zombie apocalypse, which sounds cool until you realize the show is 90% teen relationship drama and 10% actual zombie survival. Death Valley from MTV in 2011 tried something different with a mockumentary style following cops who deal with zombies, vampires, and werewolves. It is like Cops meets Monster Hunting, which should be hilarious but mostly just falls flat. The comedy rarely lands, the found footage style gets old fast, and MTV canceled it after 1 season because nobody really cared. Daybreak from 2019 on Netflix at least tried to be quirky. This teen post-apocalyptic show goes heavy on meta humor, constantly breaking the fourth wall and throwing in pop culture references. Some people found this style charming, but most viewers thought it was trying way too hard to be Scott Pilgrim or Deadpool without understanding why those properties worked. Netflix pulled the plug after 1 season. These basic shows prove that slapping zombies on screen is not enough. Level 3 is novice shows. Now, we're getting into shows that are actually fun to watch, even if they are not going to win any awards. Z Nation from 2014 to 2018 ran for 68 episodes of pure campy zombie chaos. Black Summer is Z Nation's spiritual prequel, but with all the comedy stripped out and replaced with brutal realism. This Netflix series from 2019 to 2021 shows the early days of the outbreak with a raw documentary style that feels like you are watching actual people try to survive. The infected here are terrifyingly fast, relentless, and unpredictable. There is minimal dialogue and every encounter with zombies feels genuinely dangerous. Level 4 is mid-shows. These shows are legitimately good television that happen to feature zombies. They have strong production values, compelling characters, and stories worth following. All of Us Are Dead premiered in 2022 and became Netflix's Korean zombie phenomenon by trapping students in a high school during an outbreak. The show has genuine heart and develops its large cast of characters beyond zombie fodder. What makes this show work is how it uses the zombie premise to explore bullying, class conflict, friendship, and the pressure Korean students face. The infected move with superhuman speed, creating genuinely tense action sequences. Season 2 is confirmed for 2025, proving the show resonated with audiences. Fear of the Walking Dead started as The Walking Dead's companion series in 2015 and ran until 2023 with a completely different vibe. Instead of waking up after the apocalypse started, Fear shows the collapse happening in real time in Los Angeles. We see society crumbling, the military failing, and normal people realizing the world is ending. Level 5 is cult classic shows. iZombie ran on the CW from 2015 to 2019 for 5 seasons of zombie procedural comedy. Olivia Moore becomes a zombie and works at a morgue where she eats brains to maintain her sanity. The twist is she absorbs memories and personality traits from the brains she consumes, using this to solve murders as a psychic detective. Each episode becomes a crime of the week where Liv takes on different personas depending on whose brain she ate. The series is based on comics but softens the graphic violence for network TV. What makes it cult classic is the perfect balance of humor, mystery, and heart across 71 episodes. Dead Set from 2008 is the British miniseries that defined zombie satire before anyone else tried. This 5-episode series puts Big Brother contestants and crew in the house during a zombie outbreak. Creator Charlie Brooker uses the setup to examine reality, TV, fame obsession, and how people behave when cameras are watching versus when survival matters. In the Flesh aired from 2013 to 2014 and might be the most empathetic zombie show ever made. After a zombie uprising ends, the undead are treated with drugs and reintegrated into society as sufferers of partially deceased syndrome. The show follows Kieran Walker, a young man who died and rose as a zombie, but is now medicated and trying to return to his small town. What makes this show special is how it uses zombies as a metaphor for mental health, PTSD, and accepting those who are different. It is a completely different take that focuses on aftermath and recovery rather than survival horror. The BBC canceled it after 2 short seasons, but fans still consider it groundbreaking. Level 6 is masterclass shows. Kingdom is the South Korean historical zombie thriller that ran for 2 seasons from 2019 to 2020 and redefined what zombie TV could be. Set in Korea's Joseon period, it combines period drama with horror as a mysterious plague spreads through the kingdom during political upheaval. The zombies are pale, feral, and nocturnal because heat triggers their dormancy, so they only attack at night. This creates a unique rhythm where characters must survive until dawn. What elevates Kingdom is how it uses zombies to explore class warfare, with nobles viewing peasants as expendable and the undead plague affecting the poor first. Dead people return to a small mountain town acting as if they never died with no memory of their deaths. These are not shambling zombies. They are just back appearing exactly as they once did. The show is a slow burn mystery about grief, moving on, and what happens when you get back what you lost. The French Alps setting creates an isolated, eerie atmosphere perfect for the story, with infected ranging from runners to clickers to massive bloaters. The cordyceps fungus is based on real parasitic fungi that control ants, making the premise more scientifically plausible than most zombie media. The show excels at balancing intimate character drama with terrifying action sequences. What makes this masterclass is how it proved zombie media could be prestige HBO drama, attracting viewers who would never normally watch horror. Season 2 is confirmed for 2025. These masterclass shows represent the absolute peak of zombie television. Except they do not, because there is one show that existed before most of these that made all of them possible. Level 7 is timeless shows. The Walking Dead ran from 2010 to 2022 for 177 episodes and changed television forever. Adapted from Robert Kirkman's comics, it followed Rick Grimes waking from a coma into a world overrun by walkers. What made it timeless was not the zombies, which are slow, shambling corpses attracted to noise. It was how the show used the apocalypse to explore what humans become when society collapses. Rick's group encounters various communities, each with different philosophies about survival. The walkers evolved from the main threat in early seasons to background danger as humans became the real monsters. The show introduced iconic characters and moments that became part of pop culture. Glenn's dumpster fake-out, Negan's bat, Rick's realization that the title refers to the survivors, not the zombies.